Illegal entry into the United States can be dangerous, but once they cross the border, the journey for immigrants to get to their final destination can be even more treacherous. Action 4's Ashley Custer was in Falfurrias walking alongside Border Patrol agents on private ranch lands.
The number of immigrants illegally crossing isn't as high as last year, but that doesn't mean the dangers no longer exist.
Just because we're slower than last year doesn't necessarily mean it's slow. Better than bad isn't necessarily good.
Border Patrol says more than 506 people were rescued this fiscal year. That's an 81% increase from 2014. Today, Action 4 News took a half-mile walk in immigrants' shoes along a commonly traveled path on a private ranch in Falfurrias.
You can go any direction, then you add in the terrain, the heat, the animals, the insects. It can be deadly. It can turn deadly real quick.
They tell us it's very easy to lose your way, especially when you're walking through the brush for several days in unfamiliar territory.
It can be difficult to be found out here in the brush. That's why there are 8 of these beacons out here. As you can see, there's a red button for immigrants who are lost to go ahead and push and call for help.
The beacon sends a message to dispatch who can alert nearby agents of a person in distress. Since 2009, nearly 100 people have used the beacon to call for help.
All Borstar members are EMT certified or paramedic, so therefore the immediate medical attention is given at that time. If there's something more that's needed, they'll be transported to a local hospital.
We're told preserving life is of the utmost priority. On the back side of this rescue beacon, a jug filled with water. Other organizations like the South Texas Human Rights Center in Falfurrias are also finding ways to help prevent immigrants from succumbing to the elements.
We've got over about 85 water stations right now. Last week we checked them all. About 61 gallons had been pulled there. We replaced 61 gallons. I did a couple of routes and we replaced about 24 gallons. So the water, especially now in the summer, is being used.
Water is a precious resource out in the brush, and Canales says he'd like to work with Border Patrol to supplement the water at these beacon locations, because water can be the difference between life and death.
Anytime you find one body out there in the ranches, it's one body too many.
In Falfurrias, Ashley Custer, Action 4 News.
2 of those rescue beacons are located in Kingsville. The other 6 are in the Falfurrias area.